the bad guys to gladly open their doors. As such, they are sometimes forced to break in. In movies, you may have seen the SWAT team use battering rams to break doors. This has proven to be a very noisy and time-consuming method that will probably see the bad guys escape by the time the team is done breaking the door. So, what's the solution? Say hello to the Halmatro Door Blaster. It is a lightweight door breaching tool. You only need a few seconds to set it up and another few seconds to open the door quietly and quickly, which is what you need for a successful operation. No large amount of debris is left behind, unlike when explosives or battering rams are used. Number 19. M3 Amphibious Rig. In the recent past, the military had quite a hard time crossing rivers that were far too deep for their vehicles to maneuver, but that is no longer a challenge, thanks to the invention of M3 Amphibious Rig. It is a military vehicle that can move both on land and in water. On road, it uses 4 wheels, and in water, it self-deploys 2 big aluminum pontoons, which create buoyancy and transform the rig into a raft. And since every second counts in the battlefield, the pontoons can be deployed while the rig is on the move, regardless of whether it's on the road or in the water. The vehicle has 4 ramps that can be connected to another amphibious rig. In 3 minutes, 2 or more rigs can be connected to form a ferry that is capable of carrying the heaviest main battle tanks. In 15 minutes, 8 rigs can be connected to make a 100-meter long bridge. Amazing! The M3 Amphibious Rig has a payload capacity of 85 tons for tracked vehicles and 132 tons for wheeled vehicles. In simple terms, there is nothing that the military can't get across rivers, ravines, or any other water obstacle. Number 18. SIG MCX Virtus. A rifle is one of the most important things that are needed in order to meet the various security needs. But the SIG MCX Virtus is not your usual kind of rifle, and I'm not just saying that. It has a modular design that allows individual configuration to carry out specific tasks. According to the manufacturer, SIG, there are over 500 possible configurations that can be made. The stock of the MCX Virtus has a folding and adjustable make, which simply means that it can be used by just about anyone. It also has a thick barrel and a 2-stage trigger, meaning it is more accurate. SIG MCX Virtus can fire 20,000 shots without replacing any parts. After lots of tests and trials, it has been found to be reliable and wear resistance. No mud, water, sand, or ice can interfere with its normal functioning. How cool is that? Number 17. M1150 US. M1150 is simply an assault breacher vehicle, or, if you'd like, a mine and explosives clearing vehicle. It is 40 feet long and weighs a whopping 72 tons. It has a 1500 horsepower engine and a 50mm machine gun. These tracked combat vehicles are specifically designed to clear the pathways through the minefields to ensure that the troops and other military vehicles are not caught by surprise by any bombs or improvised explosive devices. Its front is equipped with a 15-foot wide mine plow, which glides through the soil in search of hidden bombs. The breachers have a linear demolition charge system with C4 explosives. They can be launched up to 150 yards forward, which ensures effective explosion of hidden bombs at a safe distance. Number 16. T-Ghost. From its name, you could tell that this military technology may have drawn part of its inspiration from ghosts. Ghosts are generally invisible, and in the war zone, you can't shoot what you can't see. T-Ghost is a Swedish camouflage tank that is practically invisible to thermal imaging systems. It has a high-caliber 120mm compact cannon with reduced recoil and weight. The powerful fighting tank allows the military to make the first strike at their enemies before they can even have a clue of their presence. How cool is that? Number 15. DARPA Captive Air Amphibious Transporter. DARPA Captive Air Amphibious Transporter is a 1:5 CAAT scale tracked amphibious vehicle prototype. It moves on water with the help of air-filled pontoons that are attached to its tracks. It is capable of transporting standard 20 to 40 feet containers from the container ships to the shore without the need for a harbor. So, how is this useful to the military? It is meant to relieve military ships from commercial shipping during disasters. This basically means that the military ships can concentrate on military tasks that they are meant for. If you think that this was interesting, you should look out for number 1, as it will absolutely blow your mind. Number 14. Navy LCAC. The Navy LCAC is a high-speed air-cushioned vehicle used as an amphibious landing craft. It boasts of a payload capacity of 75 tons. It is mainly used in transporting weaponry, cargo, and marine personnel from the ship to the shore, and also across the beach. It is able to maintain a speed of 74 kilometers an hour on full load. Most conventional landing craft can only access 15% of the world's coastline, but the Navy LCAC can access up to 70%. It can handle a 5-member crew and is not intimidated by the depth of the water, underwater obstacles, or tides. It has ramps at the front and rear, which makes offloading a lot faster. It also can comfortably maneuver on rough terrains, such as sand dunes, ditches, and wet snow. It's the perfect vehicle for carrying out ambush attacks, as the enemy cannot tell the location and time of attack, since it can conveniently launch an attack 50 miles offshore. Number 13. Kalinin K-7. Kalinin K-7 is without a doubt one of the strangest aircraft ever created. Its physical appearance is far from the kind of aircrafts we are all used to. That's probably because it was built back in the 1930s and is among the very first metal, monster aircrafts. It was over 9 feet long and had a wingspan of over 173 feet. The wings were internally spacious, which is what gave room to the many passengers. But that's not all. It also had 16 furnished staterooms, radio room, sleeping rooms, smoking lounge, and a small restaurant. Kalinin K-7 weighed 53,793 pounds when empty and 83,776 pounds when loaded. It could attain a maximum speed of 140 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, this humongous aircraft didn't last long as it crashed in November of 1933. Number 12. Kamov Ka-52. Kamov Ka-52 is a modern and powerful helicopter that the Russian military takes a lot of pride in. When it comes to taking out the enemy's tank or performing surveillance, this is your go-to reconnaissance and attack helicopter. There's probably no other helicopter on the planet that carries as many weapons as the Kamov Ka-52. What's even more astonishing is the fact that it can fly just a few meters above the ground. And by that, I mean just above the treetops. It can fly sideways very swiftly without pitching and can also turn in any direction at a fast speed. That right there is top-notch maneuverability. As if that's not enough, it has engines that transmit 224 horsepower. This basically means that the helicopter will not crash in case any engine fails. The crew has quite a good amount of time to land safely. The cockpit is also armored and is completely bulletproof. The seat pan is also armored, so no small firearms from below can cause harm. And if worse comes to worse, and it loses its tail, Kamov Ka-52 will continue to fly and function as it normally would. And this is just not in theory, but such a case actually happened. A 7.62 caliber bullet went through the rotor blade spar and the pilot was completely unaware. He only discovered the hole during the post-flight inspection. Yes, the Kamov Ka-52 is a hard helicopter to bring down. Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications in less than 5 seconds, you will have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up and try it. It actually works. Number 11. Drone Gun Tactical. A drone gun tactical is a portable drone mitigation device. It is no secret that drones are used in surveying and even launching attacks. While the troops are busy coming up with strategies, their enemy could be busy spying on them and planning a counterattack. For a successful attack to happen, suspicious drones must be disabled. That is where the Drone Gun Tactical comes in. Its number one job is to neutralize drones in the most cautious and safest way. This means that no damage is caused on the drone, and it can deactivate another drone that is as far as 2 kilometers away. So, how does it work? Well, it only takes a few seconds to set it, and then it creates a very powerful signal that immediately mutes the antenna of the enemy drone. Once the enemy drone is hit by the signal, it activates its safety mode. The video recording stops and the drone lands immediately, at which point the enemy will be left wondering what happened. And by returning to its operator, it helps the troop to track their enemy, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you beat them at their own game. Number 10. Dagor. Dagor is a lightweight transport vehicle. You may recognize it from the many military movies you have watched. It is a combat vehicle deployed mainly by the US military to the most challenging battlefields. It can cover a distance of 85 miles in just 1 hour. It's just the kind of ride you need for a quick response in a crisis. What is even more mind-blowing is that it can switch gas from standard diesel to GP8 jet engine fuel. Isn't that amazing? It is meant to carry 9 soldiers, but it can carry even more with the help of the retractable seats. A machine gunner can also comfortably operate from its top. Number 9. Sikorsky Raider X. Sikorsky Raider X is one of the most advanced helicopters in the world. Its invention was initiated by the US Army. When it comes to pushing boundaries, Sikorsky Raider X has done quite a great job and gives us an idea on what the future has in store for military aircraft. It boasts of 2 coaxial rotors and a pusher propeller in its rear. Normal helicopters have pilot seats placed side by side, but the Sikorsky Raider X is not a normal helicopter. To prove that, its pilot seats are placed in such a way that one is behind the other. This makes the hull narrower, making the helicopter more streamlined, which in turn improves its aerodynamics. It also has a very powerful GET 901 engine, which helps it attain a maximum speed of 463 kilometers an hour. Sikorsky Raider X is easy to operate as it is very sensitive to the pilot's command. In addition, it can hover at a low speed and it can brake and accelerate fast, all while remaining level. With this helicopter, there is no need for routine maintenance, all thanks to its self-monitoring digital design. Number 8. Elbit Systems Atmos. Elbit Systems is an earth-shaking cannon that will effortlessly devastate your enemies from miles away. 13 miles away to be precise. It is no wonder it was dubbed the King of Battle. It is a fast, light, and portable artillery. The truck-mounted shotgun offers superior firepower. Within 1 hour, it can fire up to 70 projectiles. And now, let's jog our minds a little bit. It is real time. What do you call a soldier who survived mustard gas and pepper spray? Do you think you have the answer to our riddle of the day? Be the first to leave your answer in the comments section. Number 7. MTGR. MTGR is Micro Tactical Ground Robot in full, and as the name suggests, it is a combat robot. Its design allows it to climb up stairs and steps with angles of up to 45 degrees. It can also comfortably move over large pieces of debris and all manner of obstacles. MTGR has a camera that gives a full 360 degrees view during both day and night. So basically, nothing catches it by surprise. It is light and portable, and only needs 1 soldier to carry it, like you would a backpack. It weighs 6 kilograms, so it's nothing a good soldier can't handle. MTGR can go into places that are not easily accessible by road or zones that are far too risky for the troop. It can carry a load of up to 10 kilograms, and it can continuously work for about 4 hours before recharging. In case it topples over, MTGR can flip itself. Do you know any other robot that can do this? Let us know in the comment section below. Number 6. Self-steering bullet. A self-steering bullet is a bullet that can guide itself toward the intended target. It is yet to be incorporated into the US military, as it is still under testing. It is said to have the ability to change its direction mid-air and head right to its target, hence armature shooters no longer have to worry about their accuracy. How it is able to achieve this is a well-guarded secret. The 50 caliber bullet is fitted with several tiny sensors and can hit moving targets without breaking a sweat. This one-of-a-kind bullet is expected to be far much cheaper than missiles, and also a possible replacement for the same. Number 5. Caliber Mk4 and T7L3 Harris. Caliber Mk4 and T7L3 Harris are 2 military robots that work hand in hand. Number 4. K300 Bastion P. The K300 Bastion P is a mobile coastal defense missile system that was made in Russia. Its main job is to destroy surface ships. It contains an anti-ship cruise missile known as P-800 Onyx. The missile system is conveniently mounted on a mobile vehicle and is able to release missiles within its 5 minutes of motion. And because the battlefield calls for no time to waste, the missiles can be launched in intervals of less than 5 seconds. The launcher is capable of staying on active standby for up to 5 days. As if that's not enough, the anti-ship missile can cruise a few meters above the water. And by a few, I mean as little as 5 meters. It is almost impossible to detect or intercept it. But that's not all. The anti-ship missile can carry a 200-kilogram warhead in either nuclear or conventional form. Do you think any enemy can outdo this? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 3. Doggo. Doggo is another tactical combat robot. It was apparently inspired by the Doggo Argentino dog breed, hence its name. Doggo is equipped with several cameras that give its operator a clear 360 degrees view. This also makes it very easy for Doggo to identify threats, no matter its location. Doggo has also claimed the crown as the world's first ever robot to contain short barrel weapons, such as pistol Glock 26. This basically means that Doggo can actually neutralize threats. Yes, it can take part in anti-terrorist operations. And if you think that it is not mind-blowing enough, well, Doggo is designed with a point-and-shoot technology, which makes its shots incredibly accurate. The bad guys will be shaking in their boots just at the sight of Doggo, that's for sure. Number 2. Canine Vision. You probably already know that the canine department is made up of brave service dogs. As such, the needs of these valuable helpers must be met and their lives must be protected just as much. This has led to the invention of a multifunctional system known as Canine Vision. It's a 200-gram pair of goggles for the dogs. It is light enough to avoid any form of discomfort. It not only protects the dog's eyes during operations, but also has a camera that gives its human companion a view of what the dog is seeing. Canine Vision can also record both video and audio and has a speaker. The speaker allows the soldier to give commands to the dog, even when it's a couple of meters away. This is very crucial, as it could save the dog from looming danger. Canine Vision also has a light that helps illuminate the paths at night for an even better vision. It is now time for the subscriber's pick of the day. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber wondering if there is really a vehicle as strange and humongous as this. It is a tracked vehicle where the tank is converted into a folding bridge instead of weapons. When tanks and other armored vehicles are met with ditches and rivers that are far too deep to maneuver, the bridge-building vehicle comes into play. The bridge layer unfolds, thereby unleashing a ready-made bridge in just a few minutes. Once the bridge is in place, the vehicle detaches from the bridge and gives way to the other military vehicles. The bridge can be as long as 60 feet or even more. Just like main battle tanks, this vehicle also uses a tank chassis to move. It also has armor protection, and it can move over rough terrain at a high speed. And that's it for the 20 most advanced technologies in vehicles that help the military do unbelievable tasks.